Okay, there probably will be a few people will join late, but I'm going to make a start now as we're a couple of minutes in from when I promised. For everyone that has just joined, this is being recorded. It will be made available through our YouTube channel so that you can perhaps share that with other staff members, etc. Okay, so purposes, we've got a few of these going to go on over the next few days, next week at the very least, and each one is designed to be short, sweet, and builds upon the next. So the very start here for today is to talk about effectively the very beginnings of Office 365, not in terms of how it was built and developed, but as in how you start to use it and how staff should be interfacing with it to get the most out of it, and also how to get information out of it once information is in it, which is always a challenge. Okay, so without further ado, I'm going to share my screen. As I say, please ask questions if you so wish to do so. But I'll try and save these probably towards the end if you don't mind, so I can keep this short and sweet. Okay, you should now at this point see my desktop, and I am running on an Apple device, an Apple MacBook. I don't care if it's a Windows device. It could even be Linux if you even care what that is. You could be using an iPad. God forbid if you wanted to actually use an iPhone and the small screen, but in principle, all devices, any modern device, this will work on. Okay, so here am I in a web page. I'm using Microsoft Edge on an Apple Mac. And just out of interest, straight away, I'm using Bing, which funnily enough is owned by Microsoft. And because of that, those of you who are eagle-eyed enough might actually notice that it says search Axon and the web. So actually in the search engine here, it's actually going to search my company data. I haven't even gone into Office 365. Okay, so I'm just going to type in smoking. And it gives me news about smoking, as you would typically expect from a response from a search engine, but I've also got show results from Axon. Okay, and it's giving me 8 files, 2 teams, and 1 Yammer conversation. They've all got the word smoking in there. Okay, couldn't be easier, really. There we go. Granted, I have signed in the top right-hand corner as me at work into the web browser, and therefore Bing knows that I have Office 365 and therefore provides that. So, crikey, if you want to get started, that pretty much probably couldn't be simpler. Okay, that's straightforward. So I haven't even logged into the system really, and already I can get information out of my Office 365 system. Okay, so, but every member of staff should know this website address, and that should be office.com. Okay, by typing that in and hitting return in any modern web browser, and I really don't care, so Google Chrome, latest Microsoft Edge, Safari, Firefox, etc. all good. Hitting that, I'm already signed in, so that's pretty straightforward. And you're going to get a view like this. Okay, so what we have here, this is a completely fictitious Office 365 customer, Contoso Electronics, but it's populated with real information. So I, as a user, will be faced with this screen, and it is astonishing when I watch people work. People just instantly bypass this screen and move on. Okay, yet there's a wealth of information and make you productive from the get-go. Okay, let's just start with it. Top left-hand corner, I have a waffle button. Not me waffling, but that's what they call it. As in Microsoft, it's the waffle 3x3 grid. From here, I can navigate at any point in Office 365 to any of the applications that it contains. These are displayed obviously down here. They can be dragged and dropped and moved around to suit. I can create new documents from here if I want to, straight away. And if I want, there are a lot more applications than are shown here. I can go to all my applications, and it's quite a long list. Now, what you see in here does depend on what you're paying Microsoft in terms of license, okay? But as you can see, there's a heck of a lot of stuff in here. And it's even possible at the bottom to customize it and put your own links in here for third-party systems, not just Microsoft. If there's that many, I can search for them. We know search is quite popular. Okay, so the waffle, pretty straightforward. It's just a start button. To the right of that, I've got a logo. Obviously, that makes it very personalized to the business. That logo can be made to go somewhere. Okay, it could be this page. It could be another area within your system. It's basically a shortcut, but it is a logo nevertheless. In the middle, more importantly at this point here, is to talk about search. Okay, we all use Google, Bing, whatever search engine you fancy. It is astonishing, again, as I say, to see people manually trying to find files within your system, despite the fact that it's all available by searching straight away. Okay, so let's just look at this. If I just click in here, I can search for not just documents, but I can search for people, applications, and documents. Okay, so if I type in agenda, it's already actually found the document that is most likely to fit the bill because it was created yesterday. So it thinks this is the more relevant. Okay, I haven't hit the return key. I've just typed in the name. Okay, if I do hit return, it's going to, or click this arrow or click down here, it is going to give me all documents that have and meet that requirement. Okay, so I have everything returned, all, etc. So files, specific sites, this is SharePoint. Okay, there's not going to be a person called agenda, or it's highly unlikely, and you get the idea. Okay, so very easy. I can filter from here. Don't want to see, you know, anything past 3 months. What's the point? Because it's probably irrelevant. So I can quickly filter out what I do and don't need. Okay, go back. But as you can see, I am not limited to just documents. It's referring to Outlook for my email, but I could type Word in here. Okay, I can type, we're going to look at Delve, if I could even spell it. Okay, Delve, and clicking on that. So I can literally search for people. Let's just put sales. Let's see what I get.